click here to start streaming, go live. Yeah, let's go. We are very rushed here, folks. Not much of a warm-up. Again, apologies again. This afternoon we will be buying a computer because this does not work. I started this puppy up when I woke up this morning. And we are a minute and 34 seconds. You gotta love it. That's PC, baby. I think their tagline, PCs, killing warm-ups around the world. You think, or something like, you think you got time? Buy a PC. You will be rushed for the rest of your life. And it's because the MacBook doesn't work. So, anyways, no warm-up, but we'll get this thing going. Get some music going. The warm-up will be hopefully the first couple laps. Alright, hope you enjoy, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy. Get this thing moving. Alright folks, if you're interested, we're live over on YouTube for another Zwift race. Should be a good one. Punchy course. I don't have the link, but just head over to my YouTube channel. Yeah, so, alright, rundown. Got in from a run this morning, pretty good. Hammy was decent. Beautiful weather, ain't complaining. It was like 7 degrees outside here on, what is it, December 31st. Happy New Year's Eve on that. And, yeah, here we got, I don't know what's going on here. Why do we got such a small group? I just realized, holy smokes. Whoa, whoa. Let me pay attention. I'm getting dropped here. Game plan is warm up for a bit here, and then more technical issues, and then game plan. Hopefully, no one I'm competing against is watching. 2 laps to go. We'll get her going. I don't unless these guys, holy crap. What is going on right now? All right, never mind. Wasn't ready for that. That guy's been holding about 6 this entire time. This is why do we got 4 guys in the race? Wild start. Whoa. My trainer's doing something funny here.
What if I go stronger? What if I get higher? What if I start doing things I know I will regret? I will make my own way. I will not surrender. I will do my best until I get the under.
Guys, that guy's been at like 7 for a long time. I might leave this race here. Go to a different one. There's 3 people in it. And this guy's doing some pretty sketchy stuff. This is, what the hell's going on? Looks fishy to me. He was at like 6 something for a long time. Because my lap power right now for 9 minutes is about 5.5. Normalized 5.7. This is boring. There's 3 people. And alright, let's just stick with it. I might do a race after, so stay tuned. Bro, man. I'm gonna try to get up to this next guy, and then we'll see if we can just like have a nice fun workout. Mind you, I wasn't really paying attention for the initial attack, but it's my fault. Alright, well this is boring, so I'm just doing a workout, I guess. Why are there so few people in the race? I'm gonna see if there's races at 11. This is stupid, like there's nobody in the race here. Right. And Sura there is just holding basically 400 watts right now. 560. Yeah, we're gone. It's stupid. Hang in there. So 15 minutes at 3:30. Like, maybe we can start now. Like, the interesting, or not interesting, but unfortunate thing is I wasn't actually paying attention on the first thing. I kind of thought this is a 45K or 45-minute race. And the guys are going like 11 watts per kilo. But up the first climb. So that's my bad, losing the wheel to begin with. Just kind of thinking like 6.5, but they went way harder than that. But A, it's useless with so few people, and Sura there is doing some questionable things there. His heart rate didn't move from 160. So, give me 1 second. And I'm not gonna hang around for 40 more minutes or whatever it is, 30 more minutes just doing whatever I'm doing here, over-unders. Whoops. So give me 1 second. We're gonna go on another race. And I'm not doing a race with 3 people. Okay, so we got one. Ooh, it's long. Oh, smokes. Alright, whatever. We're going to do this one. It's a little longer. It's at 11:05. And so, just hang in there for a bit. You guys can maybe come back later. I don't know. My bad. It's like I'm not racing against 3 people when one of them I'm not really sure about. So I'm really racing against one guy here. I caught up to him at the end, and you know, we'll see what happens from there. But nonetheless, it's like this isn't a race. This is like there's 3 guys here. We're gonna basically do a workout. So what's going on? Yeah, so maybe we'll take that as a warm-up. That was part of the problem. I was kind of thinking like I'd use the first 6 laps to warm up. So I wasn't really ready for, basically it was going to take, I don't know if you saw that, but it was going to take a significant amount of power. The guy was putting 500 watts, so for basically 3 minutes, and then continued over the top pushing 6 for the entire descent. So, I don't know. But yeah, not being warmed up wasn't really a good thing, especially if we're going to gun it from the start, right? So that's my fault. Actually, it's not my fault. Sorry, it's my stupid computer. I started the machine at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 10:30, and it still hadn't got into Zwift. It's like, I think McAfee or whatever is blocking Zwift from loading or from functioning, basically. So, anyways, not having to warm up when you're gunning it like that isn't really a good combo. Was not ready for that at all. and I kind of didn't really go with it that much. I kind of thought, oh, surely this is just like, this is a joke, right? The guy's going off at like 11.5. Like, this is a joke, right? And then he held like 8.8 for a long time. So somebody was ready to go. Say that. Anyways, 15 minutes, and we'll get it going for another one. Alright folks, give me 1 second. I need to get, because this next race looks like it's like 40K, I need to get another bottle, or else we're gonna bonk pretty hard. So give me 1 second. Alright, we're back. It's annoying when you have to quit a race, but there's no point. Like, it's like there's like 3 people here. One of them I'm not trusting that much. So, it's not much of a race. Like, these Zwift races are supposed to be entertaining. And I'm thinking about it as I'm going. I'm like, I'm not sure. This is what, like, literally I'm thinking about it as I'm going, because the whole point of this is supposed to be like a fun thing for the week. I'm not sure from a spectator point of view this is really going to be that exciting. Me basically doing what's going to look like an over-under kind of workout. If that's the case, then I'll just start live streaming workouts if people want to see that. But I figure people want to see a race, right? So 3 people's not a race. Three people is not a race. Maybe at the Collins Cup when you got like the best of the best racing against each other, but here where it's completely random, I'm not even too sure on one of them. It's not a race. Because even though I'm complaining that, or like saying like I wasn't really ready for that attack, you still got to admit that that looked pretty sketchy. Like he held into the entire lead up. So the first roughly 4 minutes, something like that, he was holding 6 the entire time. And then got to the base and launched out at like, I saw like 11.5. I don't know what you guys saw, but I saw like 11.5 or something like that. And then went down and held like 8.8 for a long time. And then was just like 7, 7, 7, 7. And then went over the top and was like 6.2. So it's like on a downhill. And then when I checked in there, when you saw me click in and check what was going on there, he was still pushing 360 on the downhill. Maybe he's got his trainer to 0, I don't know, but nonetheless, I wasn't not too sure on that. Let's check this guy out, and then we'll go into our next race. Have some fun. So you are wanting coaching, because you didn't respond to my message. I had said, do you want one-on-one coaching? I didn't see a response to that. So like, if that's the case, send me an email. Like if you go to my website, maybe I'll link it in the thing. Send me an email, and then we can discuss further for sure. Like goals, schedules, pricing, etc. But that's probably the best place to get me. I don't really check, like Instagram I check, but like Facebook, I don't think I've been on Facebook in, I don't know, long time. I don't know what's going on there. All right. Served as a nice warm-up now. I did push 330 something, so I mean it wasn't exactly like a total waste. It was a nice 15-minute interval. The second time up that climb I just tried to hold what felt like threshold. So it did serve as a good warm-up. So we should be pretty ready to go for this next one here. So maybe this guy was real. I don't know. Maybe that's just my fault. Just looking at his profile. That's my fault. It's hard sometimes, you know. You see so many sketchy things on Zwift sometimes. It's hard to know what's real and what's not, especially when you haven't heard of the person before. You haven't seen them in like big races or anything. My fault. He might be real. Just having a game plan was attack right from the start, I guess. Well, now I feel bad. Anyways. Oh, gotcha. I'll send you a message over there, just with like my email and stuff. Kind of feeling a little fuzzy right now. All right. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah. That sounds good. Is this a bike program or a triathlon? There's a funny way of communicating. I like talking to one. Alright, let's get into this next one. I actually do need a gel because I feel a little fuzzy. I didn't eat that much last night. Alright. Now we go. Alright. Anyone see that Zwift bike coming out? That thing looks pretty awesome. I think the wheel on the back aesthetically looks incredible. Absolutely incredible looking. I think it's so smart. I don't know why anybody hasn't done that before. It looks amazing. Like, it makes your bike look like a bike again. It's really cool. Okay. Link now and bottle. Okay, now, yeah, it does. It looks so cool. Like, I think the wheel thing even looks cool. I don't know why other trainer. I didn't think about it either, but now it makes so much sense. Like, why wouldn't other trainer companies have thought of that before? Like, it just looks so cool. Like, it makes your bike look like you're basically riding with a disc wheel, like the entire time inside. So when you look in the mirror over here, you're like, dang, that looks cool. It looks really cool. I think it's going to be the same price as like the Tax Neo or something. Whoops, my Garmin wasn't on this whole time, so I got no credit for this, or the cool down portion. Alright, my bad for having a mess of a first go there. I should have probably stayed in it, but I don't know, you guys can let me know what you think about the decision, but just based from where I was sitting, and I was thinking about this right off the second climb there. I was thinking, like, this isn't going to be that entertaining of a race for people to see. I'm literally going to do like an over-under workout here, just, you know, threshold up the hill and, you know, super tuck on the way down, threshold up the hill. Like, it didn't seem like that, like it was going to be that great, like, entertaining. And the whole point of this is have some fun here. That wasn't going to be fun. And I should have, in hindsight, just gone with the thing on the first hill. But I kind of thought, and this is my fault, I didn't respect the attack, really. And I wasn't ready for the attack. So it was a combo of a bad combination. Not respecting the attack, and even if not ready for the attack, seen as I basically just got on the bike. And it was going to take, you know, a big 3-minute power. That was going to take probably like 450 for 3 minutes to stay. Or like something around there. But hopefully this is more fun. So we move on. Let's get it going. Now we got a big crew. This is what I'm talking about. Flat race. So I'm just going to throw an excuse in right now. I saw a flat race, and why I was not keen on it to begin with was I'm on time trial bike today. And what I've discovered is because I did so much sprint work last year on the road bike, and now that I come back to a time trial bike, I'm just like perplexed at how in the world you sprint on this thing. It's a very strange feeling. So, if this comes down to a sprint, I may end up having to go very early and see what happens. Alright, oh, perfect timing. I'm gonna get the bass drop right when we go. Let me know if it's too loud. Hope you enjoy. Much better. This is better. We got a lot of people. It's a little sketchy right now. Hopefully that settles down. I think it will, so give it a minute. Give it a minute. Hopefully this settles. I don't know what's going on right now. Hopefully this settles down. Sorry everyone, I can't do anything. Like in terms of the internet here. The internet's really good, but the computer that it's running through is garbage, which will be solved this afternoon. It looks terrible. Yeah, apologies on this. This will be better in the future. This is, I barely know where I am. Terrible right now. So, I don't know, I'm not going to keep talking about it. Sorry about this. I can't do anything. As I said, the internet's really good. It's got massive upload and download, but the computer that it's currently running to is, I don't know, 14 years old. Thanks, Mike. This is brutal. Brutal internet, or computer. Again, sorry about this. It's probably not that entertaining to watch. What I'm seeing is like one frame every 10 seconds. Sick of this. I'm buying a new computer. This is stupid. People are like disappearing. Look at that. They're disappearing every 5 seconds. Whoa, baby, that was huge lag. Holy crap. Wow. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but it's really bad on my screen here. The people are literally disappearing. And I'm seeing like their tail lights. Alright, so we're roughly 250, 257 normalized through opening 10. So keeping a pretty decent pace. It's like upper zone 2 feels like. Legs don't feel magnificent. Just feel a little gritty. Aerobically it feels fine, but yeah. I apologize, really apologies on this. It was good last week. The computer obviously had a rough morning, maybe a rough night, I don't know. It took absolutely forever to start. And now we are crawling. So, I don't blame you if you turn the stream off. I'm not going to right now, just, I don't want to touch stuff, but you can go, it's fine. I won't take it personally. I wouldn't want to watch this either. It's hard for me to watch here, from behind the saddle, or behind the screen, on the saddle. Like, it's really laggy. The guys are literally disappearing every, 5 seconds or so. So, I don't blame you if you leave. Take this week as a pass. Hopefully next week we got something better for you. A lot better. Yeah, it's probably an update on the computer. It's probably updating who knows what, Dropbox, or I have no idea. It is a really terrible machine. But the MacBook is not able to. It was out of commission for a long time, but now even still not able to live stream. It's just got not enough power. We're down on power. I'm hoping that as we drop people, it gets better. I was thinking the same thing. I think so. I think so. It's funny. I was thinking the exact same thing. Well, I think we got about 40 something in the group here. I'd say my goal is top 10. I don't have any faith in my sprint right now, especially on this thing, this bike, but not to begin with. I don't think it'd be very good right now. Haven't touched it really in, I don't know, 8 months. I don't think I've done a sprint in about 8 months, so it's not going to be anything to write home about, I think. It's such a big group to attack. That's my only little thing. Like, you're gonna have to hold significant power because the group's moving quite quickly. Like, we're at 50k an hour on the flat right now, pushing about 4 point something, 4. Front's at 4.9 there. So it's gonna take significant to pull. That's the only problem. It's the only problem. Legs are another problem, but that's a problem. Oh well, getting a good workout. Normalized 272 right now, so it's like 4.6. Exactly. Next hill I'll go to 30. You watch. Next hill we'll go to 30. And then the final hill, maybe you'll be able to see. Maybe. If you haven't got a headache by that point. So that's really the new motivation in this race. Can we finish the race with like 40 to 50 frames a second? If we do that, we've had a hell of a race. Hell of a race. Or I've got dropped by the group, and then we'll have really good thing. Frame per second. Really good. So one of the two. Nonetheless, if I get dropped, it means I've tried to do something epic. So either way, that's the goal. That's the goal of this race. Oh, that's too bad. Too bad. Hopefully next week to give you something better to see. Alright, so that's my only card I can play really. I'm just going to keep doing that as long as I really can. That was 410 for about 240. So 7 watt per kilo. And really didn't get that much movement, but I'm just going to keep doing that over and over. It's my only card to play. If I come 30th, I don't really care.
What if I get stronger? What if I get higher? What if I start doing things I know I will regret? I will make my own way. I will not surrender. I will do my best until I get put under. What if I get stronger?
gas. The legs are pretty toast right now. I agree. Yeah, it's really hard. Plus I'm on a TT bike, so I have zero faith in my sprint right now. Hopefully. It's too hard on this course. And with the draft, I think it's double draft probably. It's just impossible. Last 17 minutes has been around 5.5 normalized, and we haven't dented anyone. It's hard. I mean, I'm perfectly happy. Like before those guys came up and got me, I'm perfectly happy right now sitting like 340. Problem is it's not enough. It's not going to get away. It's like 5.7, 5.8, whatever, in that range. It's just not going to get away. I haven't done a sprint since I think April of last year. So, hence all the little digs, which aren't even that great right now because we're not in good shape, but gave it my best. Looks like the frame rate's improved. So I guess mission accomplished. old Dell XPS. 14 years old. Give me a second, I see those comments coming in. Give me a second. Just need to focus for a second. Sorry about that. You got it. Come on, Gagne. You got it, baby. Oh, that was a hell of an effort, Gagne. Way to go, buddy. Oh. Oh, sweet God. Second, that was disgusting. Disgustingly painful. That was a hell of an effort. The break. We got him on the break on a flat course. I don't know if you saw my thing saying finally the break wins. Oh my God. I thought they were going to catch me at the end. My legs were literally jello coming down the straight. I kind of was like, I knew when he got to 6 seconds, I think he hit it. Brett Boniface did this like years and years ago. This is like 4 years ago. He did something very similar. Or, not in that race that Brett won. Bruce Bird was the one who did it. Right when he went. Interestingly, it was right when Gagne went there. Was when Bruce Bird went. For some reason my messages aren't showing up here. I'm talking with the guy the whole time here. Thank you. Thanks everyone. That was good. Gave it everything I had really. It was interesting, like I said, just on the thing, the nice guy. Very cool. Anyway, so Bruce Bird did the same thing. And went like at the exact same time And I knew when Gagne got to 6 seconds, I knew he won. Because I said, like, I've been in that situation before. And so, I know exactly how far you need to be. And when he got to 6, 7, and then 8, with about less than a mile to go, I knew he had won. And so you saw me, I was kind of cheering him on. Like, I was like, because he was, him, me, and I think it was Alex was in it as well, from Cannondale there. Alex Dion. Let me send him a message too. When he had gone, me, Alex, and Gagne there, Julian were the only ones doing anything on the breaks, on the attacks. One guy actually ended up coming on the final one, so I was kind of cheering him on because it's like finally, right? Like we've been busting our hump the entire race here. I don't know how many attacks I did. Some of them weren't like massive attacks, as I said. Like the fitness just isn't there right now to hold, 4:45 for 4 minutes like I was doing like last year, year before in Zwift Academy and stuff. It's just not there right now. This is really early going. But yeah, I feel perfectly comfortable at 3:40, but that's not what it's going to take against such a fast riding group. And what was I going to say? Thanks, Graham. Appreciate it. So, anyways, I was cheering him on, and then I thought, wait a minute, what the heck am I doing here? These guys aren't chasing him, and I remember saying to myself beforehand, I didn't want to do this race because I have 0 sprint right now, especially on a time trial bike. But I haven't sprinted since April in any case, no matter what bike I'm on. So what am I waiting around for right now? Let's get this train on the road. And it was weird. I kind of was holding like, I don't know, 7.2, 7.3, thinking like, this is good. I don't know if this is enough, but like, so that's my only little criticism. I didn't fully commit early into that thing. I should have early on, especially on that little uphill, because I saw Julian was wavering a bit on that. And I started kind of to believe that I could take him. But then in the end, I guess I paced it perfectly because, like, final 200 meters, my legs felt like they were gonna, like, burst at the seams. Like, I really thought that guy from behind was gonna catch me. And I couldn't do anything about it, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I couldn't really, I'm like, maybe we can go, and then you're kind of like, what if I gotta go again? I don't know. But then, yeah, the final 500, I was all in on that, and it was like, let's hold some red numbers here, let's get it going. The cadence was too slow. I'll say I was in such a big gear. So anyways, things to improve on. I should have geared down a bit, like was in just a massive gear. And that was also just my fear playing into it, thinking if they catch me, like I'm gonna have to like pump this way up. But then I should have figured, and this is just not having done many races in the last little bit, I should have known, like once they catch you, it's over. Like they're gonna fly past, like you're not moving. So I should have known that there's no point like being in that gear just in case you have to go into like a 5-second sprint. There is no 5-second sprint. You gotta like, this is it. Like they're gonna go past or they're not gonna go past. It's one or the other. In any case, that was a hell of a day. I'm tired. Got another run this evening, so I'm gonna get off in 10 minutes. Saw there was a couple comments. Let me go through it. Whew. Jesus, what did my heart rate get to there? Anyone know? I was not looking. I was just, this is like death right now. Let's see. Give me 1 second and I'll get them comments. Open the app. See that bike coming out? That thing was pretty awesome. No, like, this phone just drives me nuts sometimes. Alright. Let's see. Whew! Holy crap! 192, 193. Okay, so what do we get to here? 193. We're sitting 193. 194. Jeez. So I think 194 is peak. Because 195. Alright, that's the highest, yeah. 196. That's the highest heart rate I've seen in probably a year and a bit. Since 4-minute power test, I think. That's the highest heart rate I've seen in a while. Alright, anyways. 196, I think. I don't know what Zwift power, maybe Zwift power has a different thing. I see 196 on the replay. But, yeah, Daniel's got it, 196, holy jump. I was thinking the other day, 192 was pretty much highest I've seen. I was actually thinking about it. What was the highest heart rate I've seen in the last little while? It's 192. So 196 is heart attacky. Alright, anyways, let me get through the comments. So on Instagram, asking about new M1s. Yes, so this is my problem, Alex, that unfortunately, it's such a shame that, like, money is like this finite resource. It's just annoying. But if I could have my way, what I would do is I'd have a PC, like a nice, like, Alienware type with, like, NVIDIA something, some massive graphics card, and that could pump the live streams like no problem. And then I'd have an M1, like M1 Max, the new ones, just because, like, so here's my theory on it. The M1 Pro versus M1 Max, right? Like the two processors that they released. M1 Pro comes with 16 gig RAM. And so, to me, the question isn't so much, because you see a lot online of, like, should I get the M1 Pro or the M1 Max? And to me, the question isn't really M1 Pro versus M1 Max. It's, do you want 16 gigs of RAM or 32? Because if 32 is something that you want, then upgrading the M1 Pro to 32 gigs of RAM doesn't really make sense. Because if you do that, then you're only $250 away from M1 Max. So you may as well go with it at that point. So the question is really, it's a question of RAM. And to me, 16 gigs of RAM, whether it's unified RAM or not, you know, and they can do this swap with the hard drive and all this to offload it, it doesn't matter, like, it's still 16 gigs of RAM, right? And I know from going through these computers, like, so here's what you need open. You need Zwift to be open, you need Google, or like YouTube, right, from Google Chrome, Spotify, and OBS. You need 4 things open at a time. And Google Chrome is like just a RAM, like just, it guzzles RAM. It's like 5 gigs of RAM that it's taking. Zwift is like, I don't know, massive. It's like 7, 8. So it's like, what do you got left, right? Throw Spotify in the mix at like 1 or 2. OBS at like whatever it is, 1 or 2, and you're maxed out, right? And now you're swapping off on the hard drive, right, at that point. So, to me, you need 32 gigs of RAM, like minimum. And that computer would destroy video editing, right? But my question on Instagram was, $16, and you're doing it through OBS. You doing it through OBS? And is it the M1? Because that was my question. Like, I think that Zwift is still not fully optimized for M1. Like, it's still running like Intel, like through Rosetta or whatever. Like, I think they're gonna change that. But if you do, then that's beauty. Well, that's good to know. See, that's why I was asking. Yeah, so because it's always like, what is the computer? What do you want the computer to be for? And I do think that even so, I think that PC is the best gaming computer, right? And I think that Mac is the best video editing computer. And you just need to combine the two. But if that's the case, then maybe just go with that. The air does make me a little nervous with no fan. I don't know if you've ever run into problems with that. Gotcha. These are good things to know. Good things. Alrighty. Well, four or 5 hours, yeah. Well, that's really good. I was kind of nervous about that. Even I was nervous about like the 14-inch because it's so small and has so much power in it. Like, it's a small envelope to have like such a beastly system in it. See, and the Air is really cool too, because the M2 Airs are coming out next year, and they're supposed to be pretty wicked. I don't know what this thing with Apple is with this colors scheme. They're like, oh, you can get like all these different colors on it. I'm like, give me gray. Like, like I don't need a purple computer. Like, just give me gray and tell me that it works well and we're good to go. Give me some ports that I can use, like bunch of USB things, as many as we can put. HDMI, SD card slots, really good as well. Anyway, good discussion. Thank you. That helps, because I was kind of nervous about that. So let's see what the stats in the race are, and then we'll let you go. This has been a long live stream. It started out with just absolute chaos to start, once again. But the frame rate did improve, eh? It did get going pretty good there at the end. As you said, all we needed to do was just attack and break this group to pieces. God, that was painful. Oh man, this is gonna be a big one. So Zwift Power doesn't have all the stats just yet, but that was a big final little bit. That was a choppy race to begin with, like a lot of little attacks. Where did Alex finish? He was a little ways back, 8th. Julian had the highest. Did he have the highest watts per kg? Woo! He did 381 normalized, apparently, according to this. See if that changes in a little bit. I had highest 20-minute, looks like. And I think I had the highest heart rate. That's good. Alright, everyone. How long have I been warming down for here? 15, I think we're all done. Let's see what this whole ride's doing. So, an hour and 45 minutes, and we are at 282 normalized. It's pretty good. December. Oh. man, I was nuts at the end there. That was fun, and I'm glad. Going back to my question before, I'm very glad we dropped out of that other race. I don't like dropping out of things and stuff like that, but it wasn't going to be a race, right? Like, there were 3 people in it, right? Like, and I wasn't really ready to go right off the start, so it's always going to be like, oh my god, we're going to be playing catch up this entire time. And then even if we get up there, it's just like 1v1, like, against someone I don't know. And he may have been real, but I don't know that at the time. I'm not looking him up at the time, so you're kind of sitting there questioning, and it's hard to get motivated at that point. But this was good. Like, that was a fun race. It was painful, very painful, but it was. I hope it was at least somewhat entertaining at the end. Once the frame rate picked it up, but I think that was the right decision. I think it was more, like, as I said, the whole point of these Zwift races is to have some fun here, and 1v1 isn't a race. They canceled that one. I don't know what's going on with that one, Alex. It was really weird. They had it in it had it listed like September 2021, and they had that for a really long time. It just said September, and I don't know what was going on, because they never settled on a date, it looked like. And then I didn't see any race happen there, which is a shame, because it looks like, as we talked about before, like, it looks like just an absolutely gorgeous course, one that would suit me really well. And then I saw for next year, they still just have it listed as September of 2022. So they still haven't, like, even though they have on the calendar, they have all the challenge races, like, pretty nailed down for the entire summer. Get this, in Europe, well, there's going to be a lot of races in North America and stuff like that, like on the PTO tour thing, in some just epically stunning locations of Dallas, Texas, and Edmonton. But anyways, I think Jan Frodeno's not chomping at the bit to go to these guys, but good competition nonetheless. But I think they should have done it in a more epic location. Just my 2 cents. But any case, in Europe, if you look on the challenge calendar, this isn't even including Ironman races. From April 28th until July 31st, there is at least one 70.3 every single weekend. It's absolutely incredible. And then when you factor in the Ironman races that are there are some weekends in there, I can't remember which one it was. It was like early June, I think. In early June, there's one of the weekends there that has like 7 70.3s, like between Saturday and Sunday. It's up between Ironman and Challenge. So I think Europe's the place to be next summer, and hopefully that Challenge blood comes back there, because it did look absolutely epic. I'd say we're pretty dehydrated right now. We're at 140 heart rate. When your heart rate's higher than your watts, something's going on. I'm just taking this to 50 and then take a look at the graph. I don't know if anyone's still here, but oh my goodness, I'm pretty happy with that. Fought pretty hard, and it was sinking there. That guy at where I see on my screen, he's like 12.7, 13.5. I saw 15, and I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. This is gonna be, I gotta fall apart in the final 100, and these guys are just gonna scream past me. But held on, skin of my teeth, I think. If that continued for another 100, I was cooked. Oh. All right. Oh. These numbers don't mean anything, so these 5 minutes, that's not 5-minute peak. That looks pretty painful. Yeah, that makes sense. So hopefully next September we're back on. How long do you think this thing was for? I wonder what that was. Looks very painful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not, okay, well this isn't an all-time best. Peak 4-minute best is 4:47. So I don't think so on this, but nonetheless, I'm not going to look at the best number, I'm just going to look at what this ride was. That's pretty good. That's 7.6 or something. It's not amazing, but it's decent after all those little attacks in there. Oh, and that's good too, actually. That's pretty good. 385. Normalized is going to be a lot higher because that's got that little slowdown as they caught up, and then I wondered, what am I doing right now? It's a good effort. Alright, that's all for now. Oh. Oh. How long was that race? 40 something? Anyways, that's all for now. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, on the frame rate issues at the beginning, I'm hoping that will be solved very shortly. Or like you said, I think it was Alex, you had said that or who said that before? Somebody had said before. Probably there's an update going on. I'm guessing Dropbox is probably updating something. It always likes to just like, oh, you turned me off. Let's like re-update everything even though nothing's changed. And so that was probably what the issue was there. But in any case, I hope the last, at least from here to there, hopefully the frame rate was good then, and because I think that was pretty decently entertaining on volcano flat course, getting a 1-2 breakaway like that. That's really rare, especially against a group like that. Like, that's really rare for that to happen. So hopefully that was somewhat entertaining to see. And hopefully, like I said, next week we have at least some better coverage. And I'll go into this race or something else. I'll take a look at how many people are actually in the race. Because that other one, like as I said, I think it was the right decision to switch races. Because that wasn't going to be a race with 3 people in it. So in any case, very good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone out there. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks again for all the comments throughout. Sorry again to not get to them all right away, but I did kind of know. When I said on the screen there, I'm cooked, I'll tell you, I knew I still had enough still in to do something. So it was kind of bluffing a little bit there. I was tired, but I knew that we were going to go again. And we did. And so when you had texted there, I was getting ready, basically, because I was planning about 4K out to start getting this show on the road. Because I was not waiting for a sprint today, that's for darn sure. Any case, thanks again, and I'll catch you later.